2014 when he was a Gaka's administrative manager. Or frame no car say yenwene kwa befa so many pa ba park no. Samen nkomo be ni die. So be kwa go fast no so no. No implement it to not cost us 1 million. Nipa beba.
1 million die. And some who
was in 2009. 14 years ago. Gaka 2009 not 14. Gaka in collaboration with PLB and GFA held a seminar at our Accra Sports Stadium to ascertain why people were not attending league matches. I was invited by then Gaka administrative manager Mr. Keto Kraku as a guest speaker. A committee was later formed to implement the ideas put forward by all speakers. I'm sure President Keto Kraku will be the right person to tell us where the committee report is, and of course has the power to implement him now that he's a GFA player. If you bet, I bet you those ideas won't cost 1 million to implement. The integrity of sports hinges upon the uncertainty of results. Kotoko and House cannot build a heaven in a hell.
You can't build heaven in hell.
Yes, since I didn't need to.
I didn't know.
We say face Kotoko now.
Kate was I don't know.
Led by Miniaga to a Sheikh.
Sheikh or Hadyo
face
controversial Sheikh.
And now I say, and the people have simply lost confidence in the league. Stop blaming the two teams for your incompetence. Yeah. Uphold the sanctity and integrity of the league. Make the league highly competitive and attractive, and use the 1 million well. Emmanuel, that's also there. And one PM say enedi oma ma kwa mo matters. The GFA matters.
The headlines kakra wo there
but the matters
I say what to
oma na tight.
But still a
Kenya matters we other places.
But the
Baoba matters I tight. Oma make it sure you can penetrate. Why yet the papa.
It meeting on my sir.
Mo infiltrated. The GFP matters is very, very interesting.
And then
very, very, very interesting. And go for other people have shown interest.
Also room.
You send your but Oma make sure say no outsider gets in. And I never interest. Who is to blame? On say I can't be told me line.
I think
I like to say, you see, Enuntina, especially I have a problem with the position of the GFA president. Also all along, I say okay. Other venues need okay, apart from Kotoko and Husband, Accra Sports and Kumasi Sports Stadium. And I remember, you know, I have issues with writing on platforms. I don't need that. But the only time I contributed, I said, but if all the other venues are full, now Accra ni Kumasi ni full, Nipama, I think that should be our greatest worry. Because easily, they have the largest following.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
So if our two most biggest football clubs are having these challenges, I think it should be a source of worry to the GFA. But what I say? Because all the fans say dreams yema, summer test yema, baby any yema, Brekum yema, all places are full.
Yes.
But Kumasi any Accra in your full. And the GFA president is able to point out, say, the issue is got to do with the e-ticket. So as the head of the federation, what discussions are you having? Would the e-ticket in buy because you debate
yes.
Say e-ticket in there. So if you have found out that your biggest product, which is the Premier League, there were issues with the e-ticketing, why don't you confront those who brought the e-ticketing idea to have a certain discussion
solution to it?
But I see Kotoko, they are not selling their matches well. Hearts of Oak are not doing it as they should. Now, so why don't you get closer to them?
Yes. And
tell them, say, look, this is the only product we have. And I'm saying, so that all of you will find a common ground. Instead, we told you products and also have a problem there. So what are you also doing about products na enyen? product now is defective, no.
Yeah.
But because where your investments are, for example, you go around and ask people to sponsor you.
Yeah.
So are you saying
bring in players, you pay them and all that?
So
yeah.
And I think maybe our discussions, Nico, it's not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody at all. Democrats may make us say, if that is their position, why do we worry ourselves?
I am enjoying Bantano because and which you bring a solution. The way it is going,
I don't see that.
Eventually, it's official leadership. Now, and that is where so many way I can say I do that point now, and I also agree with Nanayao that the FA president must show leadership. I agree. Obia on the part, and no be din come make no. Say you won't blame the clubs alone. You won't blame the FA alone. Obia on the part. I say will play. For instance, when Nanayao talks about the sanctity of the competition, Tama, don't joke with it.
And the integrity
of the competition, don't joke with it. When people think that the integrity of the competition is compromised. I better than Bakono, I will be there. And also the clubs are in charge.
If I then also send a name by indicating that it is not true, said the other venues are fine.
Me say another position because I strongly believe say the only time those venues now all cano, who numbers when the two teams has visited.
So why is it that the two teams on their own are not filling their stand?
Jibo my solution be the other day. Because for instance, I offer Doma. Now for the whole capacity of Doma. Now the two go baba Aramua. One guy Kotakuranya.
So but the point still remains.
Doma with the size of the stadium, every man was something that looks like it's okay. But by what
Doma for expecting?
They
have what they are expecting. So what? So me say then it means that what the GFA president is saying the issue of attendance so on him by administration said
not all the time.
By their expectation they are fine.
Not all the time when the two teams visit and the Umbenya. But there's no way, and I'm challenging anybody including the FA president. So when Adriana and Olympics boy so my brother da
obi are sending me pictures from the numbers and other venues
and the wunu there they said the ubo Olympics and I said the ubo samatesa on fa attendance in mrani me nini offhand but I can bet my last time say omunya da the only time I say those venues no ayema when house or kotoko are there and no no two ways about that. For instance on Saturday baby any be last time kotoko baby any yema you be who crowd no but we are baby any samatesa but spectators
so his point is that so I'm call no munya attendance now. Why is that they don't get it at home?
And I make it just a timer. Or my attendance no come baby any or come those places no. Ko for attendance no. So go baba I won't say a drop in the ocean.
And norm the attendance no come on omo be fi say.
Almost had the brown yes.
If you drop when he's citing the e-ticket.
One of them I agree. Obika e-ticket na me mejitum. One of the challenge because now saying na me Tobia mo be me breye. Do me say me too much IT compliance.
Now
we has in come here. And so much HIV.
I'm only asking.
And so much HIV. Tama. Sir, yeah, bet me use phone kakra bi kra no. Yes, I concede say me.
So I agree with him that they e-ticket in
a part.
But na amponsa say. Oh, Mr. Okreku. Na so the old documents.
So my headline on why is the 2014 document?
14 years ago.
Why is the 2014 2009? 2009. Why is the document?
You be na implementation of the ideas no will not help. So again, so why is the Kotoko also not using those ideas to fail a stadium?
No, so a seminar and you produce document. I'm not sure they are with him. And any document for a club. A document that is supposed to be for the competition, yes, the system, no. And one club cannot implement it successfully. Say implementing overboard.
The question is, can we absorb the leaders of Kotoko and Hearts?
No, nobody's above. Everybody is part of the problem.
Is it possible? Say
Obia Kotoko kan hon, Hearts kan hon, FNI kan hon. yeah, media no people has blamed us. I think we have a minute of percentage in there. I agree, but yeah, be brace. I say nko for person somebody share your no. Yeah, they no be brace. I kakra bi. Did one anu jina. Elfe no club no so say me cha. Me the 50% me ma elfe no. Na me the 40 ama clubs no. Na ya ka no all the other stakeholders in faten.
Okay.
Sana me cha no because the sanctity and the integrity of the game no. And no dear, elfe no penny betimi aye and also so a play key role when people seems to know the results of a game. The interest and attraction to attend that game no omonko. When people feels that game no people are sitting somewhere manipulating the games, they won't go. They won't go. And we are CEO of a club. Now no supporters upon tokwa. The bia supporters ne has in penifon tokwa. It obu okra na sa supporters in the emba. Omo dem ba stadium mo. But the onlookers.
Na kotoko so didn't you?
Almost some supporters no say I uncle fan papa na omo ntem.
Me nya sure.
E wo ho. E wo ho. Ai e wo ho. Aye sum na so ja no fo. E na almost supporters na kasa leadership no so. And tama me kwati take kotoko national circles platform so wo de ndem nka ho asem de ye baba voices wo hanom na as a committee na mo investigate arrest mo adwuma yo because some friend na kwa me some friend bo ama some ye baba no so ye de no beto honom ha nti wo de no de e so ho asem so aba no en kwa de sin kurei ni nyina no ma we no
no kasa from
no tell me no ma we mu nyina he we me headline ni operation invade baby ani. Elvis wants to bring Kobe Jones from prisons to lead the invasion. After the Alcofreno, Nipa was saying to him. After also co invade baby and Alcofreno.
I can't say into another prison.
And I say, what you the man prison I walk on about. So,
oh yeah,
Tama. Ade ba ko
akanya mama me 5 minutes in count.
Alaja can be asem bi. Penalty or no penalty. Was it start times? The TV coverage owners and answer can say broadcast owners no. So can who be near ball no so a man for akono no so because I get the people ni ya na confusion controversy ni debate ni ba ho no. Ya na too much.
I didn't.
Enra via Facebook na me hwe program yi. You spent good time to talk about whether the ball they go against Kotoko should have stood or not. You and we were trying to Zakito provided some materials. Yeah, person you say and pass the position said na ball offside no. It is na sentisa. Those materials for me were not enough. I never convincing you because it do be na debatable. Elsewhere, on money easier. For you to know, say, so your son back to, and sometimes said the last a month or two, where the FA president and his people were almost one more can. I don't know if you ask was a BME or can. But how can somebody tell me, say this FA they are doing their part to make sure to say a development in football or Ghana or background, or they can't answer me, or is it so also auto boot at clubs no? And no can and you are talking about the sanctity and integrity of the game. As you forgotten, say you league that you boy, and like at the end of big time, and FS Ejuma no, FN Ejuma, and it's at the end. Kotoko House of Folk don't organize league, FN organize league. Eti se pitches are boss war. Out to the extent that Kotoko airback Kumasi Sports Stadium. The ministry no or sports authority catch it because of Black Stars match you close near year. So it means you are telling us a pack na boss and if you come as impo. So to come as sports stadium you feel say yes standard calf. Se Ghana you be call war say am for show almost steady any be no. Se Black Stars people match e see close no. They make sure say telephone bibia ya kama and say na Black Stars ma bebo. Ya the league it's okay. So if we are talking about this, is it or you aware of Brekum? Or you aware of Doma? And you want about sa stadium bebre e dey
show.
The sanctity and the integrity of Nina ebe remove.
Who use pitches names as a pitches in GFS.
So to what no nyoma sem.
Who na choose venue? Person ball. you have decided to play there. So it's up to you to ensure.
And if you choose that GFA say no, that venue.
So Marco baby I correct.
And FA say that venue and be fit the Premier League status and for that matter.
Ban a pentifia and just and if you on you and I say
Bebre Chesanye ade your why a high so some for say yeah but then we be painting them for them.
Your CAF standard. The way league standard. So
the league standard near. Then so to say you are afraid. If your league standard any Brekum Golden City Parker a league standard.
I don't count any man.
So also football no. So the development of the game so when fair. Right? And near my boy ye fair no. E Parker boss so kan ho pa anya say e kan ho just so person boy ye far. And my football ye hwa ye ni gi ho nyina no. Because it is because the pitch in the camera. And I know Kotokoni house of folk. Kalema manka chesi bobi. Ye peja bono che wo nyina hwebi. Bono drop wo ya na manso ya na bono. Na drive away. And I go to play a pick a ball. A chance for Kotoko to come. And the normal circumstances in European pitches, you don't see that.
And European pitches there over there they are canceled.
So no me they cancel. And I say even Obuasi crimes too, I will give it to Obuasi. I always say this. Obuasi pitch. Somewhere 89
so
or so.
That's at the point that pitches count any pama.
I don't play role.
This first part and you focus on why.
I don't can be. I don't can be. Where it is that the referees are not up to the standard. Your referees, now man for 2 or 3 anka When it is that when clubs complain, you choose to answer the opposite answer no. You don't care about others. Okay. Misoto, what are you developing?
That's integrity and sanctity.
The integrity and sanctity American ones no. Okay. And we are at the doorstep of the FA. Katokroku edano. Then someone work everyone clubs no also there to be blamed because I can't talk so many times. If you have so folk and asama Elvis Herman say I can't on more days on baby any Misoto is the best that I heard from him for the last 2 or 3 years. Elvis Herman say yes now or in Juma as a supporters chairman or supporters leader. And when I said board didn't say PR no Mfojo will be there Metro FM and be talking to Metro TV and be talking to the supporters now. Or be arrangement for cars ebe convey supporter from Kumasi says can cry back here on the convey from Accra to baby no. I say oh this man is up to Oyena Juma no. Say they say the management themselves has to folk our problem because there seems to be almost every so much drifting away from the supporters. And as of me no I said there's a challenge between me no and Omoye. Where that harmony now was so between the team management and the supporters. Oh. So if the supporters are showing the way, maybe the Kotoko game win here. And that mojo no abba and our master more echo back good. Because that game, defeat 2 House of Oka and then they hell breaking loose. That's another thing. So a good thing if they can continue to do that, then every president somehow all can. So what the money be from the clubs no. Almost at what is supposed to do. Like no, your first about for Kotoko. Yes, at the point in time, Kotoko, now the supporters leadership thought to say, even the management, no, actually the supporters that they want to work with, right? Even though now they see themselves say, "Oh, I can't be," and at this management, buy, play role, and at this management buy, no, that's what man let you and it was going round. At the point in time, the supporters in Kumasi, maybe it was true. Some decided say anything that the management will yes. At the time of buy work when you have yes. Yes. Because no free say na na amponsa neglect wo or form or ye bibia na say
yamban say no cre say is that not resolved? So why are they not there?
Say are they not ebe take ebe san start aban normal kra na nkakra ekakra develop any anamo amusum betu.
Okay.
Right? It is to enema e cost no every president entimi ni ono ni e fani free da. In fact, some percentage wise omu percentage eso mo play no
50 40 10.
Because 10 for
GFA, 40 for the clubs, 10 for media and others.
Well, maybe any bad. Maybe any bad. Because if you're not the bigger chunk,
maintaining 50 40
I think me no be arguing no. If you're not bigger chunk, a row so mo play. Bad for the kind. Fantastic. Kofi me no arguing.
Okay. And the messa baby na
Kobra.
Yemremo na a band and the way I can, the way I come here. Sure, say you have been following it. The GFA president says this. Nana Acheampong say imadi osasenra, and say so sometimes information kakra matters. And also here the power between Ima, Sheikh, Tofik, and others, but we are not permitted to release
a public platform.
And I'm on time is hard enough. Say, Ubika a public platform. Say, 5. You decided to say a platform. Now you're drinking a public.
Must be oath of secrecy.
I understand platform no.
Tenye ku.
No me be say public
platform ma frɛ ni pa bebre dia ba so mɛkyerɛ madwene.
Because ni pa ni
na. Say o ye perfect ha. E be ya form management.
Our for person to
ya form management say e be ya management ni take decisions. And from my company no money company ho. Eno dey a decision of the company. But we dey me to na frɛ me o challenge me te platform mi bras dey be say. It becomes a public ayi.
Mentia se ba de o de.
O tia se pa.
Me for say.
Aye wo yi no.
When a group of people.
Me be say me call ayi mu kakra na ayi Mr. Pobi sende Madebi. Sa di we na ma pache. Kwasi broni, bro focus mo say. When a leader does not address the problems become the leader. And the leader become the problem.
Fantastic.
When a leader does not address the problem become the leader, and the leader become the problem.
Straight.
Maminka is because it's coming from Unia Penini Oforianim.
Okay.
Or say on match attendance, if you are the base, your argument on data numbers, you might considerably side with the GFA session that Kotoko and Hearts are not promoting their games well to improve attendance. If you look at other league venue games, that does not involve neither Kotoko nor Hearts. You realize that they attract 30 to 50% of their capacity. Other venues, no, or no one can say you full. They attract between 30 and 50% of their capacity. Can that be said about Kumasi and Accra Stadium? No. On a normal league game, when Kotoko Hearts are playing at home against any other team, they don't even record 25% of the spectators, which is 10,000. Hence, Kotoko and Hearts must review their match promotions. He thinks that they also have a role to play.
That's Mirror Champions League, but on say, yeah, this causes our stadium attendance you on so many occasions, and Memaka said, Angle na every president in Ifri Bano, a arrogant posture, a sign of a bad leader. If I could now what is no, Mizutu, and then you can order you.
Bacho, please. Let's have a flow.
But on say, okay, ya na man for ntiase. Hwe. Maybe ye analysis bi wa on even only Kotoko attendance. Mizutu on only Kotoko attendance. And I'm catching say, the very day factors ni bia and kesepa me mu say wom. Stadium bebree. When we decided to show our games live on TV, we needed a different approach after doing that. On say, yes, 2009, Gaka Fokushai to find means a man for best at Yako Stadium. Meboa 2009, it was 2023. In say problem na start here. We provided with evidence, and I can say. Amount for easily sit on radio, criticize the current Kotoko management. But the statistics by say from 2012, Kotoko has na even at Babayara Sports Stadium, from 2012, the highest attendance I record of Babayara Sports Stadium game between Kotoko has league game 21,000. The highest from 2012. It's a problem no and starting there. But ye nyo obi obo say ade here ebe eye 19 kro. Yes. Na ya hwe ne emia mfiri ho a ebedu time ni emia enyi. Some of the questions I ask myself when say issues we ba Mr. Tueni say me fa the manifesto of the FA president na me kan ma when he was making promises to promote our league, make the league attractive, said the Bayer supporters Beko Stadium no. A day problem no who you the choice manifesto no. Because at that time, Onya Kotoko chairman, Onya has chairman. And today no who you the church was man. Today, you be basuna sa issue, man, your time na my address pa. Then I will be on football people. The coin football no first so call. So too. Say the football is equal. Yeah, the NT team. In Tibia mo Congress, need to be my home match. And they be a chebuta, ya maybe. Ya co work up, young comma bonus nibi. But the very day I'm to two, football people will realize, say, some of the football people, I'm not using no, some will realize, say, $1,000, $2,000 cannot solve our football problems. Near born near go. Yes, I cannot correct them for and say them for grow. But what I've come to realize, they say, yeah, FA president we vindictive. Okay, Sama, instead of accepting it, no. Now, or say, Barry, I took what did you at them.
What do you be at them?
Bizoto, Nanya FA president in your Cup of Nation, your worst performance at Cup of Nation with Comoros. Obeka Chere say, Cameroon, Obeka Chere say, Ghana for a year, they didn't want my mess with him. And no one. A FA president win a bekai. Catch the Ghana fool. When you see any mess in our budget, 8 million Yama go Cup of Nation. Okay. Now we have budget here from Cup of Nation. Now we mess with him. And oh dear, okay. We'll find time to the Mamira Champions League.
Mamim Kofi Onyen there on this issue before we go on this attendance and what's your position?
Oh, Medeka Krabi, I think in the first place, I personally believe that the two people, no, they are all not showing leadership. The GFA president Asante Kotoko for leaders in management.
Akambi has been speaking.
Oh, okay. They are all. Yeah, because of Nana Acheampong right up now they buy in America. They are all not showing leadership.
No, I just draw your mind
exactly.
To
yeah.
And yet he has Akambi is also involved.
They are all not showing leadership because what I see in NSA, we are all going out publicly.
Remember, also start time for camera in here. Okay, Macho. Or no, I can't say, or say, all of them should sit down. And he goes back to the research now. Me can't research and I tell okay, but then go for a year no free. The only point is say we don't know our problem.
Yenim.
Oh, Yenimaka, we have this banter. Waste. It means that we don't know.
Yenim. Asemna na Acheampong zakan no. Opeso kire say. Sa problem we hu dada. E me yekotena ase. Eko kwan e be fa so anipa be ko stadium.
No, but where also coming with him they say. I think that there are people also think that the two clubs have also neglected promotions. So almost so are they promoting
Osikani bi eno ye na adwun so won si dan da on the behind dan ne car papa ni no bi fie no be park no tiwo okono park car na gata amana bi da ni mo na amana ne didi ya na be ya amana kese tiwo e be ya amana kese pa nti afi no okopark car no fi ntimi mpie bi tine cars ni nyina aka fi
no kwa na amana
eba o han obi dan e yeferu na adwuma na say yusikani na adwuma so be ya amana ni ya maka na pie
na wa do ke pie no so tuma ya
mebo meti o say and I'm say when they can 2-1 among
you see oh yeah, like you are saying go to us because all that others are saying is are the clubs also promoting the match enough apart from GF in your majuma would you say that the clubs have also done enough?
And when I remember example, they say when the tennis is not attractive, no amount of promotion will make it attractive.
Well, legends send me the American. I think say two parties in Obian show leadership. They all come on air, they come on social media, they speak, grant interviews, write ups on social media. They don't even prescribe solutions. They've not called for a meeting, closed door meeting. By now,
who should go?
If a president can call for that meeting, a concerned football person can even suggest that let's call for a meeting. A concerned football people.
But you have the capacity to call for.
No. You cannot make us say you can suggest. Oh, Penny, Mr. You bet me, you say. You can come from a football person. Let's discuss the problem at hand. But the obe hunene se makadro akasa wa ha. Se okwa da areas supporters in the course only Baba Sports Stadium ni Accra. FA Vice President. Ubu hunana na yapon sanso akwa akotwere. This and that. Eye FA no and eye. Na yemano da so berin so atwere. So they are not showing leadership. I believe say ene senke bi omanya meeting. I free say our discussions we start here. And now komanya meeting ba ku bia. Bia the football people and I say the MDs or the general manager for no managing clubs and would have suggested. Oh, your pitch no cry boss of ball.
Okay, now I said that meeting has taken place.
Yeah,
and minutes in our the then administration.
But we have a new.
So just go and bring.
We have a new era now. Me pachata say we are in a new period now. So during that meeting, it's an obi fair round table discussion. Bia, ubetimi suggest say pitches na boss of ball no cry nye. Then the FA president for no betimi abam. Oh, pitches there. Ye cry ye hu better ye said ye but we can table something to the government or the ministry. Say esremo pitches na ye boss of ball no enye. During that meeting, obi so betimi suggest say stadium ho no cry no supporters no complaining some call her whole thing. And then no say why I said there. Legend no say National Sports Authority. Because anytime our clubs and Bobo Biani, they pay money to the National Sports Authority to maintain and keep the facility clean. And yes, sanity. And then the side they said Juma no say National Sports Authority Juma. And to Monkwana grass and Monko any ye, Monkwana stadium or Mon paper ni ye. Somebody would have suggested say security is even poor. Obekwa stadium betimi de boa ma moja nyunu. Because of that, people are not attending. How can we address the issue of security? Somebody can raise the issue of officiating. Officiating, you're very poor. So my point is that, and now now we are on social media, now we are granting interview. They've not had a meeting as at now. And all the comments from Hoban, they don't prescribe solutions. Obiaba with blame games. Away. But you and I know, sir, every stakeholder has a role to play.
All right.
The FA has a role to play. The clubs, they do have a role to play. There, of course, supporters, media, every single stakeholder have a role to play. But they all go on social media, come on air, on radio, blame each other. They are all blaming each other without prescribing solution and trying to call for roundtable discussions about me addressing issue. So, in my opinion, legend, in my candid opinion, they are all not showing leadership from both ends. From Baby Amemeti and Samana Mekacho. They are all not showing leadership.
Other issues you may want to pick, but I'm reading Crawford's comment to her so that we start. You get the time and wherever you want to. Okay, Josie Atakami should give us a break. Okay, are you insulting your supporters? Why? Okay, and no, Kwame Admarcus or her time I tip FC Bayern Munich to beat PSG tonight. Kusi Francis said, I'm watching you live from Wasa Japa, aka Baka Boy. Chelsea will all the way. Starboy say, I'm enjoying the show at for a Mim Airport. Mim. Oyerepa Sports knows that Bayern Munich is winning tonight against PSG. Crespo say, I wish PSG and AC Milan all the best in their respective Champions League games today against Bayern Munich and Tottenham tonight. Prince Young, Otuo-Acheampong, I've never seen a leader so disrespectful than the FA president, Keto Kreku. Before what a human being is clear. He doesn't know anything about football and don't even want to learn how to manage football administration in this country. I'm watching from Jabin. Some harsh works there now. Good morning, guys. I'm watching live from Abu Dhabi. Good work done. Boare France is honorable all the way from the Akanu board, I'm sure. The issue of attendance has got to do with a lot of factors, ranging from the loss of interest for the league to economic factors. Initially, I wanted to blame the low attendance on Sunday's match with Liverpool Man U game, but if you can recall, the last Kotowa's game at Babaya, management charged as low as 10 cities. Forgave, yet the stadium wasn't full. I think a research team has to do a forensic research on why attendance is falling like that. Getting to our Akanu immigration officers this morning. I'm watching you live from the Akanu border of Ghana. MC appeared that you have introduced a system for your fans to stay home and send their gate fees to you, and you want to accuse FA for your poor stadium attendance. Oh, I'm a Ghana. All right, that's also point. Look, you are getting money on virtual seats. So if the fans are not coming, why do you blame them? How much for you? And I think they are not pay. We'll be raising the issue of virtual seats when discussion equals on the GFA. But the virtual seats is for those in Ghana. Some can also argue. America, no virtual seat. Without virtual seat, how can they come?
League never Ghana. And Yakotoko, ne has some one about league Ghana. Yakotoko ne has some one. March here, we did video to summer test near the Anastasi. What the summer test for Bekan or Cratch? What was the deeper neck about half a cool move free? Omakra be more room. What up are going and find out.
So that brings the issue of economic factors. Say Sikaso Kahon.
And I make us a factors in the doors. Factors in there, a doors will be free. Say you live in a kingdom. Ubia sorry or Simikoye meeting. Ubia sorry or Simikoye meeting. Then we don't need a leader. That is the reason why you are appointing leaders.
Okay.
So what did the mention say?
So we end that one. Naemra. Nayen how we are sharing the 1 hour that we have plus our calls and messages. And Jibo, shall say my or use some good minutes to Nevino.
Mamira Champions League 2 big games. Basunenumri. One in Germany and one in England. Munich and London. The two.
England in a big game.
I don't know a big game. I don't know a big game.
Why? One is a Champions League. Colossus. But could have been Champions So
when the standard set a Champions League, the standard set a Champions League. What is the difference between Tottenham and PSG?
PSG in Bayern Munich.
No, them the opponent. And I'm saying when the standard set, clubs in the real course in the Champions League.
Messi name a money.
Oh, now there's also Hurricane.
No,
Hurricane factor. And you are talking about the second most successful side in European football.
That's no.
Now Bayern Munich, no. Tottenham ni PSG. Omunina pe one Champions League final. Now the Milan by
Messi Mbappe.
At the end of the day, for name and no Messi should win trophy. So what the mention say? It is Omunya
we Milan go travel so
akọ. Man kasa. Ni games ni nyina two difficult games. And I eba so ne.
Very big game. Kakra. Oh okay.
Medical call the Allianz Arena. Akọhwe Bayern Munich any PSG game no.
So the opposite Italian teams winning. So I'm sure I know where you're interested.
Onti hana first le obega je Tottenham be ba be se na omo film. And go for you what is the professionalism yakobo gamer two teams ba ko lose in the last 4 matches. Same 4 matches no be win mu to lose 2. O say do lose 4 na be show professionalism. Analysis na dey. And the game, the Nyoma Bebe never decided game. Now, when you say the last 3 outings between PSG and the Bayern Munich, interestingly, the two last 3 no mabono. Omu games omu bonina last 3 away teams in the winning. It started with Pochettino. And to even this season they are meeting. Time omu first leg in France no. Now Bayern Munich every Germany akoshe PSG ewo France. Nipa bebre expecting a lot from this PSG side because of players or more. And these are big boys. Mizoto, these are big boys. And then yet the next player to take over from Messi and Ronaldo. Kylian Mbappe. And Osha Kylian Mbappe. And Mizoto more no more in there. Musa Gab ni muwa. Ne bo no wasro. Echo more ne o no mu ba be pre no. It's the possibility of Kylian Mbappe so be dominating world football no. E was so bebre. Ko ne ball no enye bi ne de Rashford mo ne players ne Rafael Leao mo ne Keza mo ne ayimu se Salah so run 30s mo. So what did I say? It's when you watch Kylian Mbappe, he's the next superstar of world football. And why no? Any platform be when opportunity be was showcasing the talent actually say he's the next big thing at football. and they obema man for your interest room. First leg na born a party no. The introduction in the second half HG game because in the first half the club a friend said Bayern Munich dominated the game. Time at PSG any move even their first shot on target. Now about 44 minutes it will game no. But that game still had Messi and Neymar. Maybe I say you will not get Messi in his 20s or the experience but bonus no. But the aggression, the pace, and the seriousness of Kylian Mbappe. And the crowd ball na airborne. It's difficult to find a player like Kylian Mbappe. And the ball na airborne.
Rashford more Bopa.
David. So menye something. And the ball na airborne.
On form player.
And the ball na airborne. There is difficult to find a player like Kylian Mbappe.
Vinicius.
No. Only say me a fan of Vinicius.
He's close.
No close. Emuwa. Oye big game player.
Guinean born French is picking up.
So baby I keka kono. The concentration when Mbappe should be because me feel say he will play a key role in the game. Se PSG ebenya qualification a lot will depend on Kylian Mbappe. The tia make us say so last season time we move him in the Champions League. He did his best. But other areas, other departments of PSG as a club, PSG. One was goalkeeping. Okohe game no money Real Madrid boy. Was Santiago Bernabeu. Ekwanya Donnarumma chair wo ball ma Vinicius be pressure no be just about no to net no. These are some of the mistakes and for one ebo a wo Kylian Mbappe obebo. Say a player commit those mistakes or chances of qualifying, especially say a knockout stage of Champions League slim. Way a PSG or biggest game of the season. Is their biggest game of the season. One NSA. Omunya elimination from the Champions League. Omuntimi fa the French league and compensate to supporters. It's in a game no, they will need a perfect Donnarumma in goal post. Because last time we move free moment, na Donnarumma do omunya. They will need a player be boss me foot no because our first leg na it was like na Musiala fa game no ball. On so one player. Ebia on share 20 goals, 23 goals. But when we are talking about currently the best players, young players, or Mobaswa, or Muni Boba, man for Bobo Rashford Muni, but this is a gem.
But Rashford or near young.
Or a young still. Rashford's 24 years.
25.
Oh, is that $25?
And now 25. They are young.
Oh, Samuel Ko. So Obano Nanko University.
Football contest.
25. What about Premier League for over 10 seasons?
Oh, any them found.
Hey, any young no they say they eligible. Ferguson time na no ball 2013.
Oh, Osimuntem. Obano Osimuntem.
You can't play football for 10 years.
Obano Osimuntem. Obano you need to say kapapa man can free 30 mu okono. Hey. So tell me chance free 30 mu okono. Eti oya one player he's been underrated. Sam Musiala, a very good player. Because when I watch certain players a hype woman, Pedri, Gavi, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham, the Onusujina Park so at his position. He's equally good or even better the last 1 year than some players na Ebomudino. It's in a game na Ekobono. PSG will need a method or a boss method no. And that comes in the form of a branch offensive Marco Verratti.
97.
You be here Verratti Mzutu. He need to play his best game. So what's your first leg ni bia Kingsley Coman e go no. But player tormented by Bayern Munich aside Musiala and Alphonso Davies. And he's enjoying one of the best season in the German Bundesliga plus European football. Why next stop no Achraf Hakimi. So betimi atun sense ma atun nansen ato akone. Enya concentration to stop Alphonso Davies. It will be good for club offensive PSG. It's mama 4 areas. Betimi PSG any victory. A perfect Donnarumma, a boss in the midfield, Marco Verratti. Then Achraf Hakimi. I saw stop Alphonso Davies. Then the Kylian Mbappe factor. First leg in the time we see park in this, you could see fear. Who say out of Bayern Munich defenders measure. Now, say na me here DB. I've come to realize say PSG team no, they look more organized and they look better without a branch offensive Neymar, especially when it comes to team organization. Not to say Neymar is not a good player. But Osha said the team is here and how they set up their team. Because Neymar prior no. One club, our PSG difficulties this season in the French league. Olympique Marseille. Being coached by Hugo Tudor. Neymar pen their next game was against Marseille. They won 3-0 against Marseille. And virtually it was their best performance in the French league. Other games for Mabono, you could see some level of Omuma opponent in pressure. Limit the kind of spaces Mizoto. I'm out for a limited line of Messi. Omu biemu at the Messi. It was by Amuni ko winning one. Meaning said Bayern start the game as favorite. And even in Champions League record Mizoto, Bayern Munich as a football club, Omako 22 times. Omako winning omu games away. Only 2, and Omobo home momentum and qualify. And so 2 no, the 2011-2001-2002 season against Real Madrid. Then 2010-2011 against Club of France Inter Milan. It's Bayern side okose wa we din so beba be she no home. Bayern best starting game as favorite. But the last 3 meetings ne dia maye no mizutu enye me nwanwa. Say no so betimi asi because their last 3 meetings no away side in the ko win. It's ne a game a be different from their hair in Paris. PSG will come in be determined, but they will need the Champions League mentality. Players like Messi should up their game, not like what they did last season against Real Madrid, because these are players one Champions League ni kasa, Champions League ni bomudin. They will need Messi one time and not only scoring a goal, but how to psych the players on the pitch, acting like a second coach. I'll bet me a calm players in the nerves, how they will control the pressure. First goal, the PSG first goal. They will score the first goal of the game. But Bayern decided somebody react here. Acquire PSG be faso. Acquire Bayern Munich no, and they be determined qualification. And see a good game share in Allianz Arena.
By PSG.
PSG will score the first goal of the game.
Where at the Allianz Arena.
Yes, and it looks more like
difficult to
play. I know the M2. PSG will score the not to say they will qualify, okay. But they will score the first goal.
First like this saying
1-0 mko share PSG 1-0 fans.
Okay.
Game na be koso the Spurs Stadium. We dey also any game kese no. Nto a game kese pa. Yeah, no more support to AC Milan dey say a game kese.
It's obviously once you are involved your heart is a game also a difficult my AC Milan. That's why
it should be. On say boy wo ha e na a move
me what your analysis, but I'm here 2 teams now. I've watched them closely. Now this AC Milan team a stronger mentality than the Tottenham Hotspur team. Premier League you almost lose some games you don't even understand. So I am assistant no. Why winning 2-3 games we are more. So who here no free more. Sorry. Can you not even remember the last time Antonio Conte won a game for them, and today he's back.
Yeah, on the touchline.
You see some air of freedom when they are playing under the Asan coach. No, almost express from home more. As when Antonio Conte is there, and no none of me was a 1-0, some more taker, and then go ahead to qualify. I don't see that.
Say Mizutu, Sanke bad the Champions League pedigree. Club never say similar never Tottenham. But games we were it's not about Odo na ball, but how our best cycle who as a player at the Akujina Park so, especially in difficult moments. Game na Tottenham ni AC Milan no. Football, Bekache will say Tottenham will be hard on AC Milan for the first 20 minutes. Ahana se Milan person mo qualify na ejina no. Tottenham de ni bre ebeba AC Milan so the first 20 minutes because Tottenham yes side omo dominating game eche. Omo domination in pieces. On say what here. Adana me catch us money Aston Villa game no. E more important than Money City game no. Yeah. So what the players, individual players jinawa. Obeka say Arsenal players na ya dey chen Aston Villa players no. But after that defeat to Manchester City, near Kwako tested the mental strength of Arsenal players against Aston Villa. So Obeso win the Premier League now. Games Nibia, even on a bad day, you have to find a way to win. So what's the match na see you? Me home Milana, ako moment we be muda. na da no mo ko say movement ni mo no na ye ma back pass e dey ma Nelson Dida e wo Elland Road Milan Leeds United Dida peja na na de na aka bo hu ya se bo na fa na as na tournament na Leeds yi similar na film in the Champions League. It would be better to last season there no when even Liverpool fielded almost their second side. Now Milan here victory to qualify to the next even Europa Cup spot. But Milan and standard the mental test of the game. It is time your money to teach you something. Milan free Elland Road in 2 years time. Now Milan in Old Trafford the Champions League against Juventus. The AC last season should be a case study for AC Milan players no. And then Tottenham will test AC Milan, especially the first 20 minutes. So Milan survived the first 20 minutes. Stefano Pioli and his boys will move to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. But say early go bar, it will be a difficult game for AC Milan. Meaning say Tottenham enye a side omo possess ball a lot. When it comes to chances creation, both sides will create a lot of chances. The good news for Milan is say their best player last season, man can say Oyerepa, he was Milan's second best player. A bit few say he was even Milan's best player. In Mike Mignon is back. Goalkeeping is very key, especially when you go to such games. Mignon he will be a big plus for AC Milan. Or best standing in between Milan and club friends at Tottenham Hotspur. Our bet shots now Hurricane money shown you mean with the corner. This is a different goalkeeper compared to Tata Rosano. Etine Mizoto. Tottenham will rely on Hurricane. Rafael when almost like a week to rest because of suspension. One more game against Fiorentina. Etine the pace of Rafael, how Emerson Royal and Christian Romero. The moment in the first leg no, they also need to stop a branch friend say Christian Romero. Ismail Benacer is back. Milan will have some control in the midfield because of the fairness and your. It will be an interesting game. But I'm to say them kind no. Say Tottenham first go, that will be difficult for AC Milan. But Milan survive the first 20 minutes. Milan will qualify to the quarterfinal of the Champions League.
Great. Kobe,
legend.
Yeah,
I think sir Enra Graham Potter Emma Chelsea faithful so no. Or manager pa and I think say at the moment tempest above from kakra and the level of play, not only the qualification, of course that is the most important thing.
They have quality, but
yeah, they have legend. You want to get me into an argument.
They only needed time to get the acts together. And now we line up at Chelsea parody. I mean, wait till they compare any team in the Premier League, any team. Reece James, Mark Cucurella. He's also coming back.
Yeah. Fofana. K2. Yeah, Koulibaly.
Okomet for that.
Yeah, and
Madrid,
Enzo and
Kovacic.
Yeah.
I mean, top quality. Okwa, Havertz.
Yeah,
Felix.
Yeah. Sterling.
Yeah. Well, so that team we mean who paraded on any day. A top grade A lineup.
So what points I am the man and say South squad and our Bobo no. We said the force of Chelsea. I want a Chelsea problem do now. And it's also your Mura Rentano. We say Modric Maduaki. But now me point in say.
And your Modric.
How two players and it didn't line up na Chelsea the Babunya qualification. They went back to the old guys. Sterling Harvest man be my qualification. Me ba cha say. And your Modric and Maduaki. That is the point I've always been making because omo track record na no mo dey ba no na omo nkyere say omo ye players omo ye proving goal scorers. They've not shown that. And to want me for any mameto Modric and that was my point, legend. Me name so Sometymer. But then you say omo need that quality no. And I saw the coach the system the tactical disposition or the buy no very brilliant. How to contain my friend say Borussia Dortmund for about 10-11 games and no more ball in a row, winning all the games. Super classic form and an Borussia Dortmund edeba. So you have to come out with a strategy bit me continue more. Then let me go with a 3-back system. Fofana, Koulibaly, Cucurella, then Benchewe Ebobo as my left wing back. Now my Reece James Abo as a right wing back. Send your bayer you bet me out close to all the channels no more the attack from the flanks. It is an a game now. The first 10-15 minutes, not Dortmund, I will game in power. But after the 20th minute, Chelsea took control over the game and omu ja fire ni digu omo so it was Stamford Bridge. Na me medical kasasem we say signings na Chelsea here the very moment you close to transfer window so me kasem bi ofie ha. Say Chelsea supporters should hope and pray. Say branch friend say Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante. Say two players and Ebeba. And the big boys within Chelsea team no omba be pressure and every new guys and so. Legend no so to boss game ni year. You could clearly see a very solid Chelsea method with Mateo Kovacic. Almost sense of intelligence and experience and the level of exposure and in world football no. It's a boy pressure and every team so. So yesterday Kovacic and Enzo Fernandez. Imagine saying N'Golo Kante started a world training. So you're fully fit at any Chelsea method that the kind of method we'll be talking about. But the Chelsea your line up. Now kono Gallagher, any Loftus-Cheek, any Enzo Fernandez. Yebeka say Enzo nyade, Enzo. They are big boys who are supposed to take the pressure of Enzo Fernandez. So the inclusion of Kovacic in method yesterday. Anyhow, what team United decided said they will react, and my Chelsea in a 2-0 victory, over team friends Borussia Dortmund. And I think it was a very good game, especially some more attacking at the movement up front. Havertz, Sterling, how are interpositional changes, how are game a flow. No, I think the coach your friend Graham Potter was starting all bibing crabet. I'm not the legend minim there, betting disappointment by there. Maybe the story would have been different this morning. So yesterday he made sure with him some mobile second penalty no. Coach and me her penalty no. And no baby na kumejina no. He's aware. Enter game ni delay for about 15 minutes no. Chelsea supporters wanted to intimidate Dortmund for fans no. And to mo stop you omo bus no.
Don't say traffic.
Omo sa no mbek kanka. Omo guasa na mpo you started 10 minutes no. Omo dey na pitch no so why. They wanted to do everything to ensure because this season there Senior Chelsea team na on an offer. The only trophy we bet me winning this particular season at Omobui. Any other competition they are out. Any other competition they are. So yesterday they knew since we went to Nyasa qualification almost season and so legend it was a good game for team friends at Chelsea Football Club. But I say and then there say and American bet and say Jibu Shadan we are all going in for Milan and I watched that game over PSG ne Bayern Munich ne say first leg na na hwehwe 90 minutes later na mkɔhwɛ we say no
no be our team boy Italian team boy no one here no we no recorded
me say me hwɛ Milan game no me wie na mkɔhwɛ me hwɛ Milan game and once again me san so akɔhwɛ
okay
first leg no I
the Italian
yeah first leg no I expected a different reaction from Tottenham Hotspur game ni say den de ma Tottenham more than AC Milan. Say Tottenham for no legend.
Because we support no problem more because of Conte. Say Italian.
Send the matchroom say unya free Italian soil. Now kofa team bi e de ne bebutia Italian team.
Oh Italy.
Me pacha say. Insist on no free the boundaries of Italy. And kofa team bi or de ba bebutia Italian club. And say nyina support Association Calcio Milan. And legend. And then no game no more crucial the ma Tottenham than team friends say AC Milan because I believe that Milan will manage to get a goal. Legend patch on with the identity. They will manage. So how are Conte best 3 goals and they are qualified because when you go pa it means that they have 2 goals.
Rafael is back.
Rafael Leao is back.
Based on experience, on Bebo Giroud. In the competition. Yeah,
definitely. The only was say Milan here very simple. How mbet me stop it Kulusevski. So me timi Kulusevski.
Frako buy onye the Kulusevski na no.
Best na so omo bo games na so hwe here. Channel omo the create chances pa Kulusevski channel. Enye the method enye sa mo ne Horsberg mo create chances the more. Emerson Royal.
The game will be won from the left side of AC Milan.
The left side of AC Milan.
One problem I thought you are right.
Yeah, Royal.
Yeah. Royal is so indisciplined.
Yeah.
On Seketu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Started to go Rafael.
Yeah.
That game will be interesting.
Very, very interesting. But say the Mimi Huno no. Say Milan to me stop Kulusevski dia. Milan are qualified. And to me game na me kwa no. Me how Milan will be able to tame Abrantes friend say Dejan Kulusevski. Omutimi esa adwuma na Minimum say they will try and get the qualification over Tottenham Hotspur. So legend, that is a difficult game. It lose 50-50 to me. It lose very 50-50 to me. But then little advantage AC Milan. Okay. Game in a because and legend. Me who happy PSG for be qualify over Bayern Munich.
Okay.
Me who
Mbappe on a good day.
Yeah. Say he's my boy. Mbappe no this year ya no be my boy. Obey boy. You call wake up. No, guess and David. No, to us. Mami chrim. No, mami chrim.
Also chrim, mami chrim.
Asama mi kan na say.
Say wa.
Born na Mbappe born. Juventus will player obetimi abo to the level of Mbappe. Obetimi abo obi. Obetimi abo akudru. He may share the qualities now.
Obekwadru Mbappe.
Yet obetimi he has that potential to get to that level. The Mbappe level. No, now he's not there. I was only explaining that because of
Mbappe.
Dabi on Chiesa. Chiesa is 22-23. Chiesa shouldn't even be 24. Chiesa
Mbappe.
They may change and I said. As at that time, I was discussing Mas Allegri, coach, you know. Anyhow, Yusuf Frederico Chiesa. Legend, all the wingers that we are talking about. Vinicius Junior.
Chiesa got 26 years. He's more than 25.
When you say even the records at the records at the age of 20. The records at the age of 20. The records at the age of 20 was even better than Ronaldo and Messi.
Yes.
The records at 18-20 was better than Ronaldo and Messi. But I say the Harness is to win Champions League, maybe.
And probably after this year also planning change.
They born it them.
Chiesa and Rashford na epe.
They are legend. They are Kenyan answer. And who's that? Can Rashford as him? You use more as a forward, either as a left winger or as a centre forward. And yes, sir. Tobias Bukayo Saka, winger, Martinelli. Yeah, Chiesa no. Yeah, then the ball left wing back. And see, I was only explaining why I want me do that level because me who Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, Leroy Sané.
Mbappe different
because of how
if you watch Mbappe.
Yes.
The talent is different from.
Let me tell you something. So also two boys
he does everything.
Meba. So also two boys Chiesa here. And who let me explain something. No, let me explain something. So also person who cares any year, Ocean Juventus abebre. To boss a question on national team would
only one good tournament.
Because that's the only tournament he has played. Italy for and just my World Cup this time Italy we are not even qualifying for World Cups. But that was the only tournament Italy are qualified. That was the only one tournament Italy are qualified. So obviously I don't know Bebo. And Oba
in the national team.
No, it's a chance. And can your national team and a club side. But Oriental national team is not back club side.
Maybe you're explosive.
Oriental back club side. Oh, as I'm not on here. My Mbappe ball left wing back in the Reno. That is the point. The point is Obi Bukayo Saka as a left wing back. You see a difference. Or that be on board as a left winger or as a right winger. Or as a forward. That is my point. My point in NSA. What if I Vinicius Junior? If I just say.
The position now.
OW, how many times? Yeah, you see, we are not using it.
That is left wing back. I like the best too much. Spend
no season now buy no. That be I like the season and no crucial ligament. The whole season one more.
This season too.
The first season of buy.
Oh, but now cancer now. Okay. So now she can. So we into that time. Now yes sir. So mama
example this year and then no let's change the position of the as a left wing back change Mbappe no man ball left wing back. I believe the coach is not using him well. Oh, nasa ni da Matias. What am I making na na say? Say yes you coach na you to say Roberto Mancini.
No use ni say be that.
Anything he brand no. That is why he's not there.
Captain. Yemra.
So honestly,
producers are in 2 calls.
I was only happy to see Chelsea qualifying because Obi or share first leg, Obi or her first leg,
Sunday.
The first leg, no.
Hey, check your
Arsenal Fulham.
Yeah,
Fulham. Hey,
and
Fulham's always stubborn.
It's too early to play Chelsea.
I don't know.
And the man on which was that.
So her first leg maybe at the that one stadium. Chelsea in that game could have scored about 6 goals. Very dominant. It's not more back game. We not mean say that 1 goal score line. No. So if they can reproduce game on boy or Germany now, so not yes, and they have some difficult moment, but at the end of the day, they did what was needful and they qualify. So I think Chelsea. My only happiness is that they are coming gradually. The players put them together now. Is only time. No, so.
Champions, you want to baby, coach
on the star. He will definitely get there.
Champions League.
This year, Abia won't team in Massa. Yes, senior, of course, but you senior so. But with time, the Brighton by team. Not big teams is sure man or more brand. So he can do that by just a time.
Brighton or Koyeno. This Abia am a better.
Of course. No, but her league position. Last before all corner, we were Brighton by. Why did they be a Brighton game?
Means it's better than when
maybe I'm not going there, but my judging from or on time or hold Brighton. So my Brighton by a household team, a teamer. Now, I'm feared by. Of course, Zoto.
Liverpool, you know this year.
So when good coach Ojai don't to another day so on look back I don't know to improve no. So I think it's been a good idea. So Chelsea qualifying alone is okay. AC Milan and Tottenham here. It's an open game, but I think Tottenham show character. Our Tottenham Stadium won't show character. AC Milan you used to talk about them over the years now, but Tottenham must show character. And if you some players are send when it comes to difficult time to maybe can assure say at any point in time he's up there me and that stuff. So I think I'll look at that time.
Mame ne unia penyini ana unia ketwa Bernardo JB former acting GM discussion in him say an area part my attendance near there and I think he has an input. Chief, watching boko there. Correct. Where the enkoma ye did about attendance near the so was but kakra ben apes the count na eja ye fa bibi film near koyanim.
Okay, really, me know as with the opportunity you have given me to share my knowledge as well. Blending in between,
and also
yes, the knowledge I wanted to share. We baby says that second instrument patchmaker of football supporters and football loving fans of Ghana. The knowledge I said masters. The masters now so boom with interest.
Okay.
Now I feel only the rest account.
Matthias.
Yes. I say the knowledge I wanted to share is based on the membership for Ghana. There are many more Ghanas in the music point. Everybody says we have the opportunity in England FA for over 4 years as fans engagement manager. Missioner Nyoma be brave from more. Because the what's if you be Kromwa, it's not applicable to Ghana, but you have to look at your country, the culture, setup, the environment, and you tweak it to fit your environment and the demand in the industry.
Good.
Now the reason I wanted to share this is that my follow me say so many interviews are so everybody is majority of us are doing the playing game. Like we are playing the playing game. They are not coming up with the solutions. You understand? And some of the solutions is not only based on one organization. All stakeholders are part of it.
Good.
Let's start with government. Because we have something we call personal analysis in sports. The personal analysis highlights a lot of information about government, sports governance. Now, the time I come out, I'm starting with the government. I'll start with the NSA. The NSA have a major role to play. If I talk about government, I'm highlighting on NSA. NSA stadiums near you know. You say maintenance culture then one. Say member office. Member officer, how you attract your offices. And then my respect to. Member playing field. I say playing field a good, a nice, a user friendly. I will be attracted to come there more, and I don't mind paying more.
Okay. When
they come to the stadium, security wise, member event, not security honor, and yeah, I don't feel safe. Then you know, call Katani, you go security. Send them to measure some of the two. Who if you pick a bottle where say Jai to her into your core events are then you near apply our industry. Into security a major issue. Stadium, they don't feel safe because small accusation I say misunderstanding the people make my power be car, not beat my way. The Nepalese are not finding way free.
Okay.
Affecting customer affected products because I'm a consumer. I'm coming to purchase your product. Maybe do or shop no. You so go me talk from the insurance bank cover me. So I don't feel safe. I would prefer staying at home and watch it because of consumer behavior have changed in the industry. I have so many ways that I can access sports entertainment. So if I can come physically and I will feel hurt or I will not get the return value for money, I will not come. So seeking a kind of government that we have a major role to play. Second, let's ask ourselves questions. Why is it that the government have to spend so much money on World Cup, spend it on us? I'm also part of it. We went over there to enjoy football. Can we use that money in the industry in Ghana to repackage our product, to make it look attractive, so that we will enjoy the product in our country? Why am I saying this? I didn't think I high government property. I didn't think government think I said, okay, we send me one more class so. Namu misika, namu run a club ni. Into the may say, is it also my charging with skakes, no, I'm more used to stadiums now use no. Muncha for only maintenance, fees. So the bear second back. Move find your product ni ye. Say players are muncho ye. When you sure says so these are some of the things. Just few examples.
Okay.
So I'm just talking about solutions. And I'm government other departments in the government. Parliamentary Sports Committee, yes, no. More parliaments in the embassy who say they Juma 14 or more what are they doing? One, I'm also giving to give one, it will be there for the sports safeguarding. Safeguarding. In every sports, I want us to do our own research. In every sports organization, it is compulsory for you to have a safeguarding policy. They have been there for about 4 years, 10 years, able to come up with any policy. Who pass policies? It's not government. The FA cannot just pass a policy. It goes to the Parliamentary Sports Committee. They have to parliament. They have to make sure they only government hooliganism. I cannot decide. Whatever I decide, I need to send it to the parliament for Parliamentary Sports Committee to push this until the government accept it. Say, stadium, prison for there are 5 years. Such is not no shit. You put laws, policies, not that it will go, it will like those issues will not be there again, but it's limited.
Okay.
Kadebia say, who hit road so they are setting CCTV was what, and no now guarantee say, said you accident in Sibium.
Okay, so Debbie Meba, I think that we've had enough of government. Let's move on. Why move and
okay, Yanko FA. The FA have a major role to play. UEFA recently has to be by supporters liaison. I think education hasn't gone on well. education people will embrace it. Me Miami did research about supporters liaison. Who will say UEFA was supporters liaison department? FIFA have a supporters liaison department. Now over England, most of the Premier League clubs they have supporters liaison department. Okay. In our culture setup, NAA chapters. Now what can we do as an FA? FA also need to set a supporters liaison department. It's a similar. We can use that model as a consumer. We want to have a good relationship with our consumers, customer service. The FA also almost set aside department. No more link aside department with all the Premier League chapters. Mr. Elvis also Kotokonso chapter opinion was so Bibini chapter opinion was so so that our circles no. So until now, say a couple match I mean I'm speaking this based on me experience. My science still what they do must work. Okay. Now your match say what we do is say yes still what pinino or contact here team name Kokobono. No business supporters are and I will share on Beba match no. No mama say Kokobo say 5,000 Beba. Into 5,000 Beba getting gate specific gate that use. On the drew so maybe I am space way from entertainment. The man wait into most of the beer me national meeting across sports stadium no. Yeah, ye be beer to for that. Now say person be you want to improve it. We want to improve it. We can also engage those people so that always know we have good relationship with the supporters. Okay. It's no game near more attractive. Mami using my club as a class. Okay. Okay. Now I'm coming to my own club. Me when I was appointed. What I told some of the supporters is almost approaching me say, and I would just be they are appointed one day now they said oh yes supporters no only entrance. Me say you know what? Me buy you know. Supporters have issues with management and the board. Okay? Supporters and players also have issue with the technical team and the board have issue with the technical team. So as soon as my language you know like if you basa. Now I have to set priorities, and the priorities I have to set. They say the product, which is the players. If they don't give results, you won't get unity. And now I know Kasana said, where is the unity? So I prioritize. Say, yes, was the players. I'm a good result as in a World Cup. It's winning 3 matches and 2 draws before the World Cup. And after the World Cup, the idea was now we have to sit down with the supporters, okay, and now see how best we can judge with them and find out how we can have that unity among us. Because the whole issue, my family club, is ego. Everybody have ego. Every department have ego. Management have their ego. The board have their ego. The supporters union also have their ego. The supporters themselves they have been divided into 2. That's what I told Elvis. You have been divided into 2. You understand? Board also a different posture. Management so almost a different posture. Supporters no it is a munya kabom. Na mo problem no say the
we munyina within a club can also result in the supporters not coming to the stadium.
So that cannot because me pointing one person. I'm pointing department. I mean, by even the media. Media.
Because of the time, no. Media and I we will continue this. Media,
okay. Okay. Once football, we have something we call metrics in football. Metrics, there will be more high power, high influence. They don't have money. Media have high influence. They don't have money. If I say they don't have money, doesn't mean they don't have money in their pocket. They don't have money to invest in the project in football. Okay, but they have high influence. Their influence can affect our consumers. So what you do with the media, you feed them with a lot of information. Okay, and also engage them. And say now maybe some make us say me better. I didn't know my marketing guy sika. Me money sika you are. Me mba media ni sika say munji sika we na mo fan ye advert my. The FA munya sponsorship no more to say sika we no. Ye ma media e be $200,000. Say ye ma accreditation for games no. Ye sure say every media house no. Ya more maybe $2,000. Mu dey say dey bia no munya advertisement about the product. Speak good things about the product. Anything negative about the product, send it as a content to us at this department, so we will deal with it. And remember example, when you say FA, England FA, who mean that's a uti ho, now you're a media person, now you're doing Sky Sports, and that's a BT Sports. That's will be invaded into the pitch. Now the camera air control. Now the bar ready TV so when you say final.
Wow.
Because omo wiji sa you ma film if the industry it's not say who be brain no. But every no when you phone when you camera no etu ho. Into mo say na say bobo no say your match business na ebo. If na na yam hwe you. Omo yi camera no fi ho e di ko to entertainment bi so.
Okay.
And omo can be quickly nature call quickly. So the media have a role to play, but the FA have to invest money into sponsorship buy, you know. The FA what's the media and they say, hey, you use to start away. I must move from project in my project. I'm the advert be no. They are setting portal move from two, so we will measure what you are doing based on the money we are giving you. Next sponsorship will give you more. The media will play their role because if Shatawale a program, that's a media hyping now for football. Why can't you the football also use the same methodology? I remember one example about the FA. You beside your own question we say. Then na FA ni ye you need Nigeria Airport World Cup qualify. Nigeria Kumasi. Say don't need man.
Okay.
In the almost in 50% Emboa clubs, and I'm telling you, we'll solve the problem.
JB, we'll have to talk to you again, but honestly, I'm impressed. I wonder why ideas we munina one farm more to folk to get, because you seem to know a lot about this game. Another time, you baby say what happened at Heart of Folk.
You don't watch me.
Yeah, we will talk to you some other time, but I'm honestly impressed. Govi
legend
and JB demonstrating his understanding.
Question na maybe sa no.
Maybe say yo.
Is
Onyo no wa musa bo no. Onso wie ni nyina no. E no de ensem ni nyina koto afi ni puna no.
of course no kaso mo major role to play.
O wie ni nyina o kan ensem nyina other stakeholders obi eru so play na nyoma nyina akoso no. No wie no de nyina akoto afi ni puna no. Say ensem na o kan nyina be go mzoto to meet the NSC. Even making the stadium, can Ghana. Your stadium don't say NSC in so.
4 devices here.
Your stadium don't say NSC so.
4.
How many venues you use for a league in the Airbo?
So 18.
In 18.
18.
Teams will go to 18 teams no. Okay, best 16 or 14. Sure.
So what gas was going to be 9.
Oh, pam.
It's in India no too. And then I make say somebody should show leadership. And the Ghana here then so too. I can Ghana seven. No be to say ayi. Aswan say oh yes. Aswan say for Aswan say for kwanye.
Man no contem.
Aswan say for kwanye. Aswan say for nya light. Aduane ho ye den wa Aswan say. Na what to say. Ade na Aswan say for Agasa. Na president wo.
But see,
it's your responsibility.
When me anya hwe wo has.
No, who what kind of ideas? So who wants who's a house of folk or camp? What the problems of house of folk? Over care in my submission, I make a house of folk. It looked as a board, no management, no. Or me, I drift from the supporters. Who's on my proper word? Or you should.
Back any pan called them, the sort of what can be that. Nah, no question. I'll go and grind.
There be no home family.
Oh. Now we are doing a man by say 1 nearly say yeah by.
In fact, some attrition in the idea ha supporters were. I made a teacher idea palm who I Kotoko players no mun kom ho matim no.
Oh sir.
Me dey me hu no. No mun kom ho emfa matim no. Because Kotoko matches be an here wo. Yeah. So to me say chance we pa time and
no dey na man basa.
I make kom ho e bia bibi o ho dia. The players in fact.
Now what won bibi ana?
And I say players e dey time wa unim. Obi minimum obi a no oje 40 million okotoko Kotoko for so mu hia ni biem. Wakuti biem. Saa team no ko e oje 12 million enka ni sika no.
1,002.
Enso abobo pa. Oh. Yakiti me de na afonsa pra me nya na me pa.
Player ben no.
Hwe wani mu nimpa na ofisi obusa no.
Eno kwan be na efa homa loss ibai. Ejese scanner doors no ntina. Wo mo nyire o mo anase sei.
Oh, senka sta doors kra na o senka oyire wo. Ba kotoko ubebo kotoko timwa. Also who bibi se kotoko de especially any has. Koja bola mutimi bobo kama edu any hasa. No ma mi ensa akosi from tretwan. Se de benti. Ya players no munya ade o ma modin.
O ma ye bibi ana because na futu obi o ho ana bibi sa na.
Futu o ho de a ye ko ho na yakotu o mofo. This time round say omu bobo sa de a. Enya de a ye supporters ye bejeje o muso bi. Obi a no bejeje kotoko supporter player hu bi. Enye o. O said there be a ba yes coach. There be a ba yes coach. But una ja park ni so. Uja park so timi say abo we ya o pa chere say. Uja park so dago. O defenders dina ho. O ti ma ko me mama ball aba be ti e chira me. Masa ye players in fact omo mo enye.
Ndi o ka so onye di omo so na ejeze de na omo be.
Support no. Kotoko player wo ha. O shia wa utimi che na de. Yetimi from no omo kasa di nkomo kama. This time we say supporters e trans near you ni jai sa nyema.
Ja de che ne nkomo nam no omo di.
Adwene. Masa
mo bejo omo mu ama omo ntimi mo ball no.
Who saw so your professional player? Eti dia ibiem wo se ye ma. Kotoko ntimi nyema wa say obi adi adanse akotoko players mu pacing team bia. Eti dia be pa na ha mo. Match here kotoko supporters. Yes, supporters ntina mo ho. Na ma beto to apa so. Wonim say players ni bi cry bu afu players ni bi. Kotoko players ni bi bu afu players ni bi. Enye o se manager no hwe sa de ni yi pa. In fact enye
manager the coach ana say manager be.
Team manager ni coach nyina.
Ade ye omo ye bibia na no de no mo because been
Sometymer. Say player enkunu hu matima. Or say who manage
because JB at the end there we need time to discuss this. He took us through unim. I think almost or say for instance in the Premier League I'm just sponsorship I'm co advertise. They pay money to them. No transfer catch say these scenes more discussions na mo ye no. Mum nyina ye hu say we are promoting a brand. Tin semni bi ho a. And some mo. So na say since they don't even show it.
Of course. And entina on say.
My observer that.
Premier League na. E bit me ba. Sebi. E bi kura obi or to tensu obi kura sebi kafra. But say how many free quickly.
There's a concerted effort to promote the brand.
Quickly. Oyefri ne son 10.
Media no.
But you see,
they don't bribe media.
No. They don't bribe more. They are buying them into the project. Get them into the project.
British America for strategy.
We are all doing it.
I a difficult say you hear bad news about US and UK. And yes, and
the best I heard from him, he said the FA said you have a supporters liaison.
That's the best.
Chapter and circle for
last time has been bought in Nigeria. Every phone shares come and central for me. Yes.
But for no why as well.
Debbie Manti. And be our miska be our money.
Obi oti dem be enye. Stevens in the chairman, obi oti dem be enye.
Debbie.
Obi ka se me boa.
Me be Stevens be enye. Me be Stevens.
Nani ha, esa tana wo you. So unim.
Me be Stevens.
What did he?
Debbie I say be Stevens.
No, but he's making a point.
No.
Still. E be a radio station say Ghana ha nyina. Favorite card bra. You are promoting a league near one bet power. Okay. Obia
o ma me be kesi asem so.
No me media dey no man san ja o ma che dey hoyi. Bet power free.
$1 million. $1 million. Meme striker. bet power sponsorship no eba efifo na me di motinti my pa
to unya commission
enye me na meka ti nse me ti a meka say ewie ko every pay on dimi ko anka say me da say
ba no nim so kan
he knows it.
oh okay
nye me na me ba be defend ya ma clubs no on say $1 million no e clubs in sika e na me ti hey so money abre se football no
enye club promotion no enye club
me say me to
he's on top of the work
me say clubs in sika promotion na yekoya ma hwan nye league no league nye clubs na ebo
see
why should a contract be signed on behalf of clubs na clubs need knowledge about the contract
see nyame adomo china ho
enye me na meka o
babia
but they should push push say $1 million na e work contract ni mo no
ba je bi say mfama media houses no
akanya bad ona say ya yeko bet power for ibi wa akra omo organize yi zutu trying to at least some product no am dey better league no to omo person omo meet the media houses to discuss it ka dey we ko e fi na djuma say what dey mention it na make say if they can do it say they be kind of blasters games other na league omo team here okay Vodafone ebe sponsor Ghana Premier League okay that time na ye ne di ne dey o ne di bia na omo friend one touch who what they did almost all media houses omo check phone no mama sem omo dey credit guso
yeah
so obeka is adeni ya me na me number here na me number 020801024 omo chema all media houses it will hear commentary omo manyoma ye easy credit wo ho betimi afre ne sa nyoma ne se no mo di bibi kakra kan ho
okay
uropa da ya na
and there's to kai no guy
no see nyambo china baby ajebi
is
no he's taking us a lot to do
baby ajebi peke ne discussion if free any baby or ndn me
started from the personal analysis
was an
call stadium safeguarding
yeah
say I should be rest assured
of course
stadium na me dem yere ne me baby I should be safe with and the sports authority and the government he spoke about legislation your parliamentary select committee on sports and they normal they can
example be you to hear organize event no uko trace kama radio station we are na eja also jena aside now so
DJ Club on your tip nka DJ on your
so tieni ya or starting at the first statement and then say it seems there's a blame game and people are not coming out with solutions so he came out with solutions and anything I'm so much impressed he came out with solutions and okay I mean earlier mema wa yibi say
these people come and they are unable to
no and mema yibi say if somebody had called for say no man if somebody had called for a meeting and this was somebody who was managing a class of folk so no man when you share ha nyina no say somebody had called for a meeting and get any BC he would have suggested say you see solution see but no one called for a meeting
because me that say better so K5 so already issues
I didn't